Teamwork. Today's story is about teamwork. If you don't work together, then how are you going to win? I also promise today is not an episode of Raw where the heel and the face have to work together and we have to ask if they can coexist.
Funny.
Punch your best friend in the face, all my fellow feature outlaws, as this is Card Games vs. Humanity, and I am that NAKAK double G. Here with your final recap of the year of that little-known show called Duel Monsters. Maybe you've heard of it? As per usual, if you enjoyed, don't forget that sub, that bell, that like, that comment, hit up the Patreon if you want to support me. Leave a comment telling me if, just like Kaiba, it doesn't matter how many times I save you, it's your superior dueling skills that were the key to our victory. Victory! Something that Kaiba tastes on his lips as his beautiful blue eyes finally reach the field. Something that makes the rare hunter shake almost as violently as Yugi and Kaiba did in the last episode.
What my partner is trying to say is that thanks to my superior skills, you're finished.
AKA, I had a card in my hand, and thanks to him activating one of the few cards in the game that makes everyone discard their entire hand, I'm now able to use it. Superior dueling skill. Unfortunately though, despite the power of his blue eyes, the masked beast is both stronger and sexier still. Instantly taking away his confidence before Yugi tells his partner that if he attacks, he will 100% win the day. Since he's about as bipolar as can be, Kaiba goes from scared to confident in about 2 seconds, attacking a monster that's stronger than his and destroying the masked beast without any explanation whatsoever.
Must have cheated!
I mean, that's usually my first guess, but this is like the one time that they actually did. Remember that beast of Guilford from the last episode? The one I told you not to pay attention to? Well, you should have paid attention. Because when it went to the graveyard, it lowered the masked beast's attack points down to 2,700, allowing Kaiba to beat over it.
Yugi's trying to take all the glory for defeating their creature.
Yes, that's right. Yugi's trying to take all the glory and reputation in this duel that was forced by criminals that has no fanfare or audience whatsoever. Lewis plays one more monster in defense mode before setting 2 more back row, causing Yugi to lose another 1,000 life points as we finally switch over to his turn again. In a rare moment, we get Yugi's inner dialogue talking about making the opponent waste a trap card or maybe actually defeating it. Actual resource management in a Yu-Gi-Oh anime episode? I'm not used to that. Getting a face down card before summoning Alpha the Magnet Warrior, then cut back to Joey and friends who are enjoying a nice vacation at this random warehouse.
It's a way to get in touch with Seto and let him know where we are. But they took my laptop.
Yeah, man, as soon as my brother finds me, I'll be safe. It's not like these thugs that could have tortured me if they wanted to. They're such jerks for taking my laptop, and Kaiba could find me if I had my laptop, but they're jerks and they took my laptop. Yeah, you know, these jerks are actually kind of tame. Oh wait, never mind, Joey's conditions are way worse. Before either of these thugs get a chance to do anything though, Joey Wheeler does his best impression of Anthrax.
You touch me, you'll be sorry.
This strange man puts his hands out and casts a spell on Joey, convincing him that he's now bald and must destroy everyone with amazing hair, starting with Yugi. Ignore that because Taya and Mokuba are already back with the ultimate cardboard force. Just about to escape when all of a sudden the same 3 thugs that always come in, seriously, do they have anyone else hired, that are somehow all able to climb up on this cardboard box structure at the same time? 3 fully grown men. Like, how strong are these boxes? Apparently not strong enough, as they all fall down like London bridges as Mokuba manages to escape. All while leaving me sitting here thinking just one simple thing. Damn, Taya has some crazy defense. She fell down like 20 feet twice today. She just keeps on trucking. The thugs split up and try and find Mokuba, but he's wearing a bright yellow jacket, so that's just too tough to find, so let's just go back to our duel. Our duel where it's Umbra's turn and he summons Rogue Doll to the field, causing Kaiba to make fun of him, claiming he's way too old to be playing with dollies, or at least ones with such low attack points. So, if they had higher attack points, would he be okay with it? For some reason, Kaiba isn't even remotely worried about those 2 face-down cards, but he probably should be, because one is Massive Weakness, lowering the attack points of the Blue Eyes down to 2,300, and the other is Massive Brutality, raising the Rogue Doll back up to 2,600. This makes Yugi super friggin' excited, because he gets to be a team again and activates Mystical Rift panel, transferring the Massive Brutality to Kaiba's Blue Eyes, destroying the Rogue Doll, and pissing off Seto Kaiba because he had to accept the worst thing in the entire world, actual help. Why the hell did Rogue Doll sound like Black Skull Dragon when it died? The Rare Hunters start bitching at one another, losing their team spirit before Umbra claims he's just gonna go it alone from here. All because their opponents had 1 trap card to stop their almighty plan. 1 trap card. That's all it took. Oh hey, it's Tristan and Serenity barely making it into a train station, and when I say barely, I mean they literally had maybe 2 seconds before the door closed. So pay any attention to Tristan having his hands on her the entire time? It's finally back to Kaiba's turn, and he says the same thing that Elon Musk said to himself about 10 minutes after revealing Twitter Blue.
I am once again in total control.
Seto's an expert duelist, so fuck the draw phase, standby phase, main phase. The battle phase is all that exists. Launching what Yugi calls a hasty direct attack on Umbra. Unfortunately, he didn't think about the face down card that he had, the Mask of Impregnability. Nice name. It blocks all incoming direct attacks from the opponent, so basically just a worse negate attack or a Wabaku. Would you have protected your friend if I had attacked him? Would you have used your face down card on Loomis if I had chosen him instead? Is there anyone in this world you can trust besides yourself? Am I even Seto Kaiba? Am I playing mind games? I don't know. I'm Seto Kaiba. Yugi is very happy to see Kaiba being a good teammate, telling these other teammates how bad of a team they are. Before we head back over to Tristan and Serenity sitting in a train. Unfortunately for our boy Tristan though, he's currently going through the one thing that all duelists must endure at least once in their lives.
Oh man, I'm stuck in the friend zone!
We head back to Taya, who's been recaptured? Captured again? I'm not really sure how it works if you've already been caught. He attempts to talk to Joey, but he just stands there with a blank expression on his face and refuses to respond. While she's normally used to this, she can clearly tell this time it's not just because he smoked too much. Back to Loomis's turn, he activates Pot of Greed, whatever that does, revealing a hand that's not so good in the looming threat of a hungry Blue Eyes.
I'll activate card exchange! This card allows me to exchange my entire hand with that of any other duelist on the field.
Excuse me. Excuse me. We've officially found the most broken card ever made. That card had no cost. And he didn't even have a hand when he took his partner's cards instead of just taking resources from his opponent. I can't there's no words. There's no words for that. Just because we use one of the best magic cards in the game, let's follow it up with one of the worst magic cards in the game, Chosen One, because fuck going -3 just to special summon something.
Those are my cards you're risking!
They're not your cards anymore, Umbra!
Yeah, now they're mine. I could have taken my opponent's entire set of resources, but I really wanted to use this shitty magic card instead. Actually, because this is the anime, it doesn't really matter if you're good or evil, chance is guaranteed. Successfully landing on the monster he was so desperate to summon. Also, anyone else realize how fast this team duel strategy goes out the window? Seriously, all it took was one mystical rift panel. Loomis succeeds and summons the mass beast Descardius, one of my personal favorites, and with over 3,300 attack, it could take out the Blue Eyes with just one easy swipe. The episode ends with Loomis taking about a full 2 minutes to decide who to attack while I get pissed off because they show beta to the Magnet Warrior with X's instead of its attack values, and it just doesn't work like that. Well, that's it for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and of course a shout out to all my patrons. I just want to thank everyone all for the support this year. We're coming up on the 1 year mark. I want to say around January 26th, and we should hit 500 before then pretty easily. So again, thank you all, and we're gonna keep killing it next year. If I start making some money off this, you know I'm making full time. This has been the Man from Earth with all the girth, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new frickin' year. I'm old, you're old, we're all dying. Entropy sucks. Love you. Later. Because when it went to the grave, and leave a comment telling me that just like comment, no matter how many. Yeah, now they're mine. I could have instantly taking away his confidence before Yugi tells his partner that he will 100% win the attack if he wins. Jesus.